Let's continue our walking tour. Go ahead and open up your work. Click your work. Last week we worked to make our spreadsheet a little bit easier to read. Now we want to add a drop-down box to make it really easy to add text. Let's go over to the historical column. In the historical column, we want to mark whether our site is a historical landmark or not. This will be a yes or no answer. In the site type, we'll have more answers. What type of site is it? Is it a school? Is it a building? Is it a restaurant or park? Again, we want to make a drop-down box for each of these items. What we will do is we'll add a new sheet. At the bottom of the page, click on the plus sign. This will add Sheet 2 to our spreadsheet. It didn't delete our information. It's still on Sheet 1. Go to Sheet 2. Go to the down triangle beside Sheet 2. Click it and say Rename. We'll call this Site Type. Then hit Enter. Click on the down triangle next to Sheet 1. Go to Rename, and we'll call this Area Guide. Hit Enter. Go now to the sheet Site Type. In A1, we want yes. In A2, we want no. In B1, we'll make a list of different types of buildings or sites. Now we'll go back to our area guide. Click Area Guide. Let's select our column, column D. Now go to Data. What we're going to do is called Data Validation. Slide down to Data Validation. Our criteria will be from a list from a range. We want to enter a range or formula. Click to select the data range. Go to Site Type and highlight by clicking and holding Yes and No. Then say OK. Now click Save. Let's go back to our area guide. I have a small down triangle on each one of my cells. Click it. I have a choice for either yes or no, whether it's historical or not. Click on each of the down triangles and select whether that site is historical or not. Choose either yes or no. Notice there's an error on historical up at the top. We want to delete the data validation in this cell. Click D1. Go to Data, Data Validation, and remove validation. You'll still have your drop-down box in the rest of the cells. Click and finish either yes or no. Now go over to Site Type. Highlight column E. Let's do the same thing. Go to Data. Again, this is called Data Validation. Enter a range or formula. Select Data Range. Go to Site Type. Our range is from architecture to store. Click and hold and drag. Then say OK. And save. Go now to your area guide. Click on each one. Is Hartman School a building Or better yet, it can be a school. Lincoln High School is definitely a school. Go through and mark each of your site types, whether it's for architecture all the way through to a store. When you're done selecting the site types, go back to E1. Go to Data, Data Validation, and remove the validation from that cell. Make sure you've done your data validation for historical and site type columns. Good luck with this week's assignment, and I'll see you next time.